Hey everybody, and welcome back to Whizbit's Random Gaming. And this week we are back at Tooting Broadway CEX for what is my last game hunt video of 2024. Now, I haven't been down to this branch in some time, and the last time I came down here it was to coincide with a visit to Crazy Thumbs. Crazy Thumbs has since reopened, and I will have a video of their shop in the new year, so keep an eye out for that one. If you do happen to like this kind of content, please take the time to consider subscribing to the channel. Give us a like, give us a share. Sharing is caring, and it makes sure that my content gets seen by more people, and that is a great Christmas gift that you can give to me. So we've got some pretty nice stuff as we check out the window section before we go inside. And there we go, the PS5 Pros are starting to steadily trickle into CEX. And at £700, maybe I'm a little bit long in the tooth, who knows, but I don't see the value myself in paying for something like that when you can buy this for 380. The generational jump in between systems is minimal to my eyes these days. Now look at this in the window. Neo 2 Steelbook, only £6. It's in great condition. I'm going to definitely have to ask the staff to have a look at that one once I get inside. Now, Tooting Broadway is a pretty small shop in all honesty, but I have had some success here in the past. They do have a lot of generic kind of things, as you'll see in all honesty as we go through today's video. But I definitely found a couple of hidden gems here today that I feel were certainly underpriced in the grand scheme of things. The items you will see here that I pick up at the end of the video, you'll probably see for significantly more on eBay or Vinted or anything as such. But we've got some good stock here, I will say that much. As we get down to the bottom part of the shelf, I have absolutely no idea what this tablet is here. It looks okay though, but at £50 it can't be that good. We've got some solid PlayStation 1 games here, couple of Dreamcast ones chucked in for good measure, and a solid selection of Sega Mega Drive titles here. A few GameCube stuff as well. I have to zoom in a little bit closer for you guys to get an idea of what they were. Now, as I said, it's quite a small shop, this branch, and the stock is quite lacking. But what they do have normally, you'll always find a couple of gems in the 2 or 3 times that I've been in this particular shop, and today was no exception. Now, I was quite tempted to pick up this Disney Golf just for the art cover alone. I didn't pick it up, spoiler alert. Let me know in the comments below if I made a mistake on that one. At £5, is that worth picking up? Now, Samurai Aces is one that I have been eyeing up for some time. It's a £40 game. Normally these are kept behind the shelves. I've never played this game. I haven't actually got a great deal of knowledge about the game in general, but it's one of those games. I love the art on the cover, and I know that it's pretty well thought of on the PlayStation. So let me know in the comments, should I go back and pick up Samurai Aces? Now, as you can see here, this shelf is basically just what's odds and what they can't really find a home for. PSP games, Vita games, you know, what they have very little of. But I am looking to complete my Wii U collection at some stage. I'm in no rush, and there's a game that I need. I wouldn't normally be picking up any NBA games, but I'll consider that one today. It's not something you see out too often, if I'm totally honest. You would think, like FIFA, those kind of franchise games, they would take up the space on the shelf, but I think other people were buying those games on the more popular systems at the time, the PlayStation 3s, the Xbox 360s, and the titles, the systems that came after, therefore. So therefore, I don't think they sold much on the Wii U. Nice steelbook here, resistance free. But in all honesty, upon further reflection, once I took it out of the plastic, there was quite a bit of rust on the hinges. At £6 though, it's still not a bad price. Definitely going to consider that one today. So far we've seen two pretty nice steelbooks with that Neo 2 and that resistance free. The resistance free one, I'm definitely in two minds about that one. The Neo 2, upon first reflection, definitely I'm thinking about taking that home. I just need to look at it a little bit closer once I get to the counter. Fairly generic PlayStation 3 selection here today. Nothing to write home about, in all honesty. The only thing is that resistance free steelbook that I've shown you on a couple of occasions. That's the only thing really that I thought about buying here. 007 Legends, I don't actually have that game in any form. However, I am looking to buy it, but it will be on the Wii U. I don't need to own multiple copies of that game. It didn't review great if I remember rightly, and seeing as I am going for the Nintendo Wii U full set at some stage, it makes sense to just have the one copy on a system that I'm actively collecting for. Another nice steelbook there, Doom. I think it's Doom 3 we've just gone past it. Already got that one, so not considering picking that one up today. Lots of low-end stuff, as you can see on the 360. I'm very close to being at the end of my 360 collecting journey. There are games that I still want on the system, of course, but they are very much few and far between, and therefore all I'm seeing is games like this, which doesn't necessarily mean they're bad games. I just already either have them or have no interest in them. At some stage I'm going to have to compile a list of 360 games that I'm actively looking for. Same with the PlayStation 3. Now I do love to take a good look at the Xbox One and the Xbox Series sections. You can always get pretty much the same game as your PlayStation 4 or 5 counterpart for a few pounds cheaper. And seeing as I own both systems, there are times that I will use that as an excuse to add to my Xbox One collection. Plenty of copies of FC24. You wouldn't trust Haaland right now, would you, taking that penalty? Not with the form him and his team are currently in. Now over to the PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4, I'm trying to buy a few more games on the system, and this is one that really caught my eye today. Devil May It Cry 5 Steelbook at only £6. Now I wouldn't call that one The Last of Us Part 2, I would call that The Many of Us. Quite a few copies. Now there's something I've had my eye on for quite a while. Outlast Trinity, that's a series of games I don't know a great deal about, but I'm quite interested to find out more. Hopefully that one takes a bit of a price hit in the new year, as I wouldn't mind picking it up, but with a game that I'm quite unsure of, at that price, I'm not ready to pick it up. Now the PlayStation 5 section, as you can see, is quite barren, and I'm going to put that down to it being Christmas time. A lot of people are rushing around buying games for their PlayStation 5s. Ash vs Evil Dead and the Halloween Retro Realm games there. First time I've actually seen this in a CEX. If those games do interest you, and they should, they're really good games, however they are quite short, you can get them for around about £30 in a few shops now. Particularly I've seen it on Amazon in the last few days. Now as you can see, the Switch, an absolute barren section, it's probably been absolutely abused by parents and families running around buying those last minute gifts just to keep the kids happy. Now just a brief look at what stock we've got behind the counter as I'm tallying up. Some nice bits here, to be quite honest with you. And it's an area I quite neglect when I'm taking the CEX tours and I'm doing my videos. It's quite difficult sometimes to kind of just get your camera phone out and start filming behind the counter. There's normally people obstructing you, and that's fine. I'm not going to ask the staff to move out of the way. It's their place of work. Anyway, here's today's pickups, and that Neo 2 Steelbook. Fantastic condition, and I think CEX have missed a trick on this one. Have a look. It's £6 and it's absolutely beautiful. I do love a Steelbook, and I do love books that come alongside these collector's editions. This one has both, and at £6, I think that's criminally underpriced. Similar case with the Devil May Cry series. This one looks absolutely great. Personally, I've not actually seen this variant out in the wild, and I had to pick it up. I couldn't say no. I've got it on the PlayStation 5, but I've only got the basic edition. For this, I had to pick it up at £6. Couldn't go wrong, and it's in fantastic condition. Really, really happy with these two pickups today. So even though the shop probably wasn't the greatest today in terms of what they had in the shop, I definitely think I picked up some real hidden gems. And the final game I picked up today, although it's nothing exciting, it's definitely one that I haven't seen that often when I'm out and about. It's NBA 2K on the Wii U, and it's another one to tick off from the Wii U list. I'm roughly up to around about 60 games on the Wii U. I think there's around about 100 to 127, so yeah, still some way to go on that, but progress being made. So anyway, that was Tooting Broadway CEX December 2024. Average stock, but if you dig deep, there was definitely some things to be found, as you can see from what I picked up today. As always guys, thank you for watching the video, and also let me take this opportunity to say thanks to everyone for all the support in the first year of myself doing YouTube. We're very close to getting up to the 3,000 sub mark, and for that I can't thank you guys enough. Anyway, have a good Christmas all of you. Have a great new year, stay safe, and we'll see you for more content in the new year. Take care.